TC, move that way.
Okay.
We're live right now.
Right. Are we back?
Yeah.
Neil, what's the show number tonight?
1035.
Are you sure it's not 38?
No.
I thought you said 37 last week.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we don't know which show it is, but it's in the thousands, the 30s, and possibly
How many times has Frank been on the show? I think once. Do you remember he came on the show with Doug? We came with Doug Acton.
Yep.
I think I missed that show.
We had no, you were there. We
was there? Okay.
How's Doug doing?
He's doing great.
Okay, good.
He wants to do a book with me, so he's seen this and he motivated him, so I want to put together.
We're going to talk about your book tonight. Folks, first off, Frank Quirarte's here tonight.
Yep.
The myth, the legend. If you've ever surfed at Mavericks, you probably have possibly met like most of anyone who's put any time out there, right?
Yep.
We'll learn more about that.
He's the guy who may save your life if you
Possibly,
it comes
or
to.
one of his folks. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
Where's it available?
It's right next door, Freeline.
Freeline Design has these in stock
It's
tomorrow.
Online at mavsurfer.surf.
These aren't easy, right?
No.
Yeah, it's
Two-wave hold down right there.
so this is your two-way hold down right here.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, and financially, it's a tough. You collected these images.
Yeah.
And Neil, can you zoom in? Can we just
go
through
here.
a little bit? Because I mean, Frank, honestly, I just flipped through
Got
this.
the phone off the stand.
And there's so, I mean, I am amazed at some. I'm just going to pull like 20 pages at a time and just see the deeper blue.
Yeah.
I loved that boat. I dreamed of owning that boat. I saw Chris Brown section in here.
Yeah.
That really caught my eye earlier. I saw the Sean Dollar in the lineup at the contest, gathering where he has his neck brace on. Amazing image of that.
That's actually
the
Audrey
poster.
Lamadakis' images. I had to get that from her. It was so.
That was okay.
So perfect.
Well, it's stunning.
Yeah.
And moving.
Yeah, it really
Like
tells. It really tells the story for sure.
And I mean, there's photos in here of the bowl that have like the most raw energy.
Yes.
And it's interesting that you hear the term the bowl at Mavericks.
Yeah.
Is that the scariest thing you see when you're out there? Is like what's going on in that one spot?
At times, for sure, but it's mostly what you see coming. That's when that's when your hackles go up, because then you know what's going to happen in the bowl. You don't know what's going to happen out there. Like there's been like some of these giant days we've had lately, in the last few years, where all of a sudden waves capping, 600 yards off the bowl. No one's near it, and everyone's going to get mowed down. So we're going to go to work. We're going to get a great shot, whatever it is. But that's when your hackles go up, when you see those.
Is that when you're happy you have horsepower,
and
not arm power? Is that
1,000%?
You're just like, sorry, you guys.
Yeah, and you can't. That's why they can't even paddle into that stuff, because the speed of those waves is so much so much faster. They have to match the speed. And that's why they've been towing so much lately. So.
Were you out on the swell when Aloe caught the 100?
Oh yeah, it's in there. Actually,
it's in here too.
This was delayed to finish, and thank God, because we got it in there.
We had Aloe on the show, right?
Yeah. Right.
And I was so impressed because he's like, there was controversy. The Europeans were like, whatever, and he's like, it was just a wave.
Right.
It was my turn. I went. I don't care how big it is.
Super humble kid. Yeah.
Yeah. And Stretch was here that night too.
And Stretch was here that night.
I warned him the night before, because me and Bill Sharp, back in the days of the Double XL Awards, someone would have a good shot, and we would like, okay, we're gonna launch the Scud, right? Because we knew it was gonna cause just controversy. Right. So I called him the night before. I asked him how tall he was, because we just did a loose measurement on it, and it came out. It's probably not 108 feet, but it came close to 100 feet. So I go, be prepared. And man, must have been a slow news week, because everybody picked it up.
He said
we ran, man. He didn't even know it hit him.
He said he had 1,000 text messages or something. It was insane. And what's funny about that wave, I've literally have watched that video myself probably 30 or 40 times, because it had a weird oof.
Oh yeah, it kept growing.
Yeah,
normally Mavericks will just fall over itself, but once he dropped in, it started sucking him back up as it moved forward, because it was moving towards me pretty close, and I just watched it keep opening up and opening up. I'm like, this wave's never gonna break, right? And then it's inside, in the bowl.
Yeah.
Just
And it had a
lows.
second like oomph that you don't really
yeah.
see. Like it was crazy. Did you know there was something special happened when you saw that wave?
I didn't know, but I mean, I've been out there long enough to know where to sit on days like that. If you want to get the size, because we used to shoot for the XXL awards, right? And so you got to be a little farther out and a little over, like almost a straight-on view, and that's where I got. I'm looking around like, no one's around me. I'm looking for Fred Pompermeyer. Where's Fred? That guy's gonna just one up me. But he wasn't even around, so he was over to the left. But Kurt Meyer, Kurt from the power line,
yeah.
He was out there right behind me. And as it was over, I saw him. I'm like, oh boy, his video. So I don't know. He hasn't really put his video out there that much, but he got the shot. The video shot.
Really?
The video shot looks like my still shot.
Is he holding it?
Wow.
Because he's usually pretty good about getting that stuff out.
I talked to him a couple times, and I don't know, but I'm telling you, he got it.
Wow.
Because the other video, the shooter was in front of me, like probably an easy 40 feet. So kind of missed the real height of it.
Right.
So, and I think I was in a great spot, and Kurt was obviously.
When did you know it was coming? Did you hear from Sponsler or from Mark?
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Yeah?
So we talk about it like we could just refer to the book real quick.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, you take your time. There's no rush.
So, these long interval swells, you know, I think back in October in 1999 when Pete caught this wave right here. This was,
Let me put the camera on that.
yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
pull that
get
off.
this one number real
No
quick.
rush.
So, we just even titled it 53 at 17 seconds, right? It was huge. Damn. Like the whole day.
Well, there was actually a buoy reading of 53
Oh
feet.
yeah, and that's so. And my point, and then Pete caught that one, but that was the wave, the biggest wave. So on the day of Aloes, that swell was, I think, 31 at 21 feet, and then I think it jumped up to maybe even 40 at 21. Even though it wasn't 53, that longer interval swell packs way more punch than a 17-second swell.
Well, way more water piles on the reef.
Yeah, it just because it just the longer interval just creates more energy. It comes from a farther place. It means the fetch on the swell out there, like I think that one came off of Japan. It was a super typhoon. There's just more wind on that. The creation of that swell. So and that's how we view.
Well,
The longer the interval, the wider the swell.
Yeah. We've had so many shows on Mavericks. So many we've done.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And are you glad there's no contest anymore? I mean, per se. There's not just a video thing going on.
Yeah.
Are you glad
it's
that's been left
hassle.
alone?
It's a hassle. It's everyone. It just creates a bunch of drama, and everyone fights, and it's just.
You know what it turned into?
Same people still show up.
Well,
Still 50 people in the lineup.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, Neil, is it kind of turned into politics.
Yeah.
You know, it was there was their team and this team. You know those shows.
See, it was that guy that didn't like you. Oh, Griffin. That's
Yeah, and Griffin and I are buddies now, actually. Yeah, I mean, but at the time, I wasn't happy with the direction it was going. Were you happy?
No, I mean,
I don't think he can. I don't think.
like-
I don't think
We
he. Doesn't sound like.
we don't need to scratch it up.
everybody has their own vision of what it could be, and it's all about trying to make something off of it. And it's impossible to make money having a contest at Mavericks.
Well, my thing on it at the time was community.
Yeah,
It's a community event. It's for the people of Half Moon
totally.
Bay.
When we first did it,
Yeah.
when me and Clark and his wife, Catherine Clark, at the time in Quicksilver, we did it. There was 8 boats in the channel, and there was the 24 surfers, and just some people watching from the cliff, and that was it. That was when it was just raw and perfect, and then it grew into this monstrous beast that couldn't be controlled. The postal commissions involved, and this and that.
It's kind of like Mother Nature jinxed the whole thing.
Yeah,
it just took one big surge to knock out the whole thing,
And you know what's cool, because they're talking, people are sniffing around for another contest, but Gary Linden has a contest in Toto Santos, and what he does is he does most of the contests has already taken place during the season, so all he does is have a semifinal and a final.
Yeah,
it's over in 2 hours.
Yeah,
and that's it. Perfect. That's the way to do it. If anyone would ever do it, because you clear the lineup,
Right. The
It's
standout.
super efficient. You don't have to involve the Coastal Commission and this person and that entity and
And who none other should do that than Gary Linden?
Yeah,
I mean, a pioneer of West Coast big wave surfing.
Hopefully, we'll get him.
Yeah.
Can I ask you how you organized this book? How did you sit down and go this bum 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 bum?
So we probably should start from the start, right?
Yeah.
Because you asked me earlier, DJ. TC asked me earlier, like, when did it start? Well, I'll be ashamed to tell you it started in 2014. So obviously that wasn't the title.
Yeah.
And it went to bed and it woke up, and Jake Howard, who's now the editor of Surfer Magazine, him and I started this, and then we wrote a few things, and then it just died and made its way to COVID, and I should have finished it in COVID, but it didn't.
So you've been working on this.
It's been in the,
in the works
that backyard project.
Yeah, look
Can
at
you get
that. Hang on just a second.
Here's aloe right here. That's aloe. I don't put it up, right? There it is, yeah.
But that wasn't even the biggest wave. So that was one of
the day of days.
Oh, and that's what I was going to say is that on that 53 at 17 seconds, that one wave of Pete's was the biggest wave. And there's big waves top. But this day, they were all that big. Like
and obviously,
nonstop.
You know Luca well.
Yeah.
Was Luca bummed that he wasn't on that one?
No.
Because I was like, because he said to Aloe, "You're going."
Yeah, no, he caught waves that were just below the size of Aloe's too.
Luca's a beast.
Yeah, both of them are. They both
for sure.
like at the end of the day, literally, we're just like, it was just those two round and round. Everyone just like, can we go?
Yeah,
can we go now. Now it's getting cold and like, nope. Like, oh, one more.
I feel like
we gotta go.
I feel like Mavs is in good hands right now with some of these up and comers right now. You know,
not only do they tow, they paddle.
Yeah.
So they're full.
And
full
Luca's
waterman.
been on the show.
Yeah, he was young.
He was young. Yeah,
he was with his dad. His dad was here.
Yeah, his dad drove him down. Yeah, and now he has
right.
a beard and looks like a beast.
And he works out with Laird and lives with Laird.
Yeah, and I know he's taking this very seriously.
Oh yeah. Because before he was gonna join the Navy and try to become a Navy SEAL.
He'd be
great. And then he still could. I mean, but he's just going through whatever he's going through now with Laird and that whole trip and hanging out with the 49ers, all kinds of rock star stuff. So.
Well,
good for them. They
he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid.
Even back then, Neil, when he was on,
yeah.
I think he was like 16 or
16,
something.
yeah, like 16.
And he was already doing underwater training
polite.
And like very polite.
Really great parents that are really
yeah.
involved in him and his brother. I think he has a sister too in their lives.
And, besides Aloe and Luca, who else is kind of?
Well, right below here, John Mel.
Oh,
John Mel is charging like he is. They're all. There's just a whole handful of them that are just really just sending in on every swell.
I will say what's awesome about John is when you get Anthony and Pete and John on two skis out there.
Oh yeah,
and the sky's the limit.
Oh,
I feel like with those two, right? Yeah, it's so
great
cool.
seeing Pete. Pete's his biggest cheerleader in the channel, and they watch over each other, and they're John's
and Pete's Wave 2 years ago. Is that in here somewhere?
Oh yeah,
you got that right too.
Yeah.
I mean that thing. Oh my god!
Yeah, well, when that one came, we were like, "Wow, that's a giant wave. We haven't seen one like that in a long time." And then, all of a sudden,
full condor stance in the barrel, like insane.
Yeah, his second.
I'm lucky I get to see Pete all the time, and I worked for John Mel when I was a kid, and I met Pete when he was like 9 years old, and here it is. Neil, can we do this?
Yeah, pick that up. Yeah, perfect.
We should remind everybody where to buy this book. Freeline has them.
Yeah, Freeline has them in stock. Yep. You can go on mavsurfer.surf and buy them. There's a
mavsurfer.surf.
Yep, and there's a special edition one. It's numbered. There's 250 special edition books that are numbered and signed. So.
And like I'm not going to put you on a point and say like who's the best Mav surfer, but I got to give Pete some cred. Over the
he's
time.
The king. He's still the king. He'll probably hold that title for a long time.
The king of Mavs?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, if anyone says that, I trust your opinion.
He's the goat.
Okay.
The big wave goat,
right?
Not just Mavs, like the big wave goat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
I mean, with his barrel, that barrel he got a couple years ago,
insane.
No one's ever done that at Mavericks. I mean, people got barreled at Mavericks, but not like that.
What was great about that was when he got to the shoulder and he was like, "Oh my god!" Even he was like, "Wow!"
It's in there. I wrote it because I just wrote the emotion, and I talked to Flea. I talked to him for a while about it, and he's just like, "I go, what do you think of that, Flea?" And he's like, "I just think that wave came for Pete. Like, it just came to him. It was his wave.
Wow.
Nobody else was even sitting where Pete was sitting. So, yeah.
One of the most incredible stories we heard was Birdish when he won.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
He told us the story about how it all started.
Yeah,
no surfboards.
When he's got no money in South Africa. And,
oh yeah.
I mean,
he showed up a long time ago, like way before he won the contest.
He did what?
He showed up at Mavericks a long time ago.
Yeah.
Birdish to me,
he was out there when Jay was still around.
Yeah.
Underdog story in Mav's legacy, I feel like, is Birdish's win
Yeah.
You know, they almost took him to the hospital.
Two South Africans. Twiggy, too.
Yeah, Twiggy, too.
Twiggy came out of nowhere from South Africa and just, put everyone to shame. On a super short board, too. Like, no one was riding that short of a board. Paddling. It was like an 8 and 9 or something, like some weird size that Randy Cohn made from. Randy Cohn's like a master shaper, and just cut him this board, and Twiggy took it all the way to the bank.
Wow. It's interesting. I'll tell you a quick story, which I love to mention, is that in the early days when I was with Victory Wetsuits, I sponsored Jeff Clark. And it was before he had told Big Bird and Tom Powers about Mavericks. It was still that time. And at that time, I was running illegal surf contests at Laguna's Beach up the coast. And one day, Jeff was on Victory Wetsuits, and he was kind of the older guy on the team at the time, but he would come to support the events. And he walked down the beach with these 2 giant surfboards. And he didn't want to leave it because he parked his car on the highway, right? So he couldn't leave them in his car. They didn't fit in the car. And we thought it was the funniest thing ever that he was talking about these giant surfboards and Mavs. And we just thought it was silly. Like, we
no one believed him.
No, I mean, OB was the big wave spot, And so, how much credit should be given to Jeff Clark? Like, in the history, I mean, we know he's the inventor.
Right. Well, I mean, all the credit, right? If you really want to put it hands down. All these guys kept it on the map. Jeff put it on the map, so.
Amazing.
You just can't take that away from him. Just absolutely can't. We had our book up, the book release party, and all the guys came up. Pete, Skin Dog, everybody, and Richard Schmidt. And I think Big Bird, one of them was there. I didn't see him, but there was a lot going on, but it just, all these guys are sitting here on the stage, and Jeff's here, and Richard Schmidt's here, and everyone's just in awe. They only realize what's happening right now. And even me, I was like, what the F? Like, this is ridiculous.
I think that moment, you can remember this, because we talked about it. But we had to show Jeff Clark on, right? Jeff's our guest.
Yeah.
That was it.
At the radio station.
Just like you, right? And like a minute before the show started, in walked Richard Schmidt.
No, perfect. Perfect.
And they sat down and talked. I have that show. I'll send it to you.
No, do it.
Yeah.
No, it was an amazing story.
Huh?
That night was an amazing story.
Yeah.
They talked story, and they hadn't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
Same with the other night. I was just, we couldn't believe it. It was so great. It was the cherry on top of that Sunday, for sure.
It's interesting, too, because, Mavericks is such an iconic name in surfing. But the history is relatively short in big wave spots.
Yeah.
Goes back decades and
like
decades.
That wave in Portugal come out of nowhere. 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago.
Or Pico Alto in Peru has been around way longer than that.
Bodyboarders were surfing it.
At Nazaré,
and they talked Garrett into coming over, and then Garrett, of course, got the world record and just blew up. But
yeah, it's crazy how young in surf history Mavericks is.
Well, all these big wave spots, Chopu, and there's just spots all over the world because they're so hungry to look for waves.
Right.
They're just out there, and just like I said, someone was like, okay, like Chris Brown and those guys surfing at Shark Park and those kind of waves. Just some fisherman put it in their ear, and Cortez Bank.
The whole absolutely thing. Right. Yeah.
It's all relatively happened in the last 30 years. Big wave surfing was just so underground. Other than
Yeah. Do you remember your first day ever being out at Mavericks?
100%.
Tell us
I had to beg my way to get out there with Jeff, but because I just, it was like the early '90s. When he first let that cat out of the bag, and I was like, oh, I want to be part of this because a lot of the Pacifica guys, Sean Rhodes, Matt Ambrose, those guys went out there with them. Jim Kibblewhite, and I know those guys. I want to be part of this too, right? So then I just kept going to Jeff's shop and made friends with his partner at the time, and I don't know. One thing led to another, and I got under his skin enough to get him right out.
Your way in?
Oh, I did. He hated me. No part of me. I was just a kook from Pacifica, right? We talked him into it.
Did you try and pretend you were a photographer, or you just wanted to go?
Oh, no, I wasn't a photographer. Never even. That all came later.
Okay.
I just wanted to go watch. That's so classic. Well, I remember what's funny is Sean Rhodes bought a water ski boat. He put board racks on it. Right. Remember that thing? Yeah. It was like a tri-hole. It was some ridiculous boat.
Oh, there's been some pretty pretty oddball crafts out there, like full bathtub style, just because everyone just wants to be out there. Like your ski boats coming out during the contest, we're just looking like.
Let's segue into rescue. I mean, that's a great way.
All right.
When did it become? I mean, it probably could be a Mark Fu story involved with it, but when did it become?
Well, yeah, it was
the rescue part.
It was Mark Fu was the motivation, like because there wasn't a lot of rescue at any big wave spot. I mean, there was guys like lifeguard units in Australia and down south using jet skis.
North Shore.
Yeah, but just not a lot. They just weren't that prevalent. And then the photographers started showing up at Mavericks, Doug Acton and a couple other guys, and they weren't doing rescues. And Jeff was doing rescues with the Zodiac. Like he would literally Zodiac. Go into the pit, and if he could, and with that 25 horsepower, Evinrude that seen better days, and you snatch a guy or throw him a rope, like so. Anyway, when I was on the Zodiac after a few years, I'm like, I'm good with my life right now. I think I'm gonna try to switch to a ski. I didn't have enough money. My brother sold me a jet ski, like an old Sea-Doo, and Jeff and I, because even Jeff didn't have a ski, so him and I, we put that thing through the ringer and. Then just a better ski. And
like one of the first jet skis that came out with the handle that came up here?
It was the first 3-seaters.
3-seater.
Because it's in the sanctuary, the Monterey Bay Sanctuary, so the rules came down that you have to have 3-seaters if you're going to use them in the sanctuary.
Well, when Jeff had his Zodiac...
Why is that, may I ask?
Because it's a boat. It's a boat, not a personal watercraft. With
Right.
3 passengers on it.
And then that was the language they put into the first run on the sanctuary, and then they changed it after a few years to jet-powered watercraft. So then it banned everything.
When Jeff had his Zodiac, and he lived just off Highway 1 at that time.
Yeah.
Right by right by the harbor, right by Mavs. And but Steve Ambiel, our friend Steve, was like one of the very first photographers at Mavs. He did it in a Zodiac.
Yeah.
And he would surf, literally.
Oh, yeah.
Down the face of the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tried to get me to be the trainer, and I almost died. I was like, I ain't going out there with you ever. But he would literally, like, drive the Zodiac down and then take pictures.
Yeah.
Like, kind of follow cam.
Jeff used to bring people out just to show Mavericks in full dress, no life jacket, just run right from one side to the other, and we're just like, ugh. He can do it, though. He's the only one who could do it. Mm-hmm. He just had balls of steel, and he knew it. He knew the place like the back of his hand. So,
well, knock on wood.
What's the one thing that the public is going to watching the show here don't understand about Mavericks? Is it the fact? Is it noisy? Is it loud when the? It's thunderous.
It's thunderous. And that, like talking about my first time going out there, you could hear the waves from the harbor, which is half a mile away from the bowl. And as we got around the first corner, the first set wave I saw broke, and it just resonates through the Zodiac right into your core, like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's thunderous. Even like Bill Martin, surfer, weatherman.
He was just on
the
show
last month.
He was just here. Yeah.
He talked about how they the waves on the biggest days were measuring on the seismograph.
Seismic scale.
Yeah, the seismic scale over in Berkeley. We're catching the measurement of it. So.
Yeah.
Bill Martin, if you're watching. Great show, my friend. Yeah,
happy retirement.
Legend. Yeah.
You have that chapter in here about Dollar and what Dollar went through. Did you talk to him and go, did you try and coach him in any way or talk to him in any way about what he should do for his future?
Before he got hurt or
after?
Oh no, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
he has
a family.
He married a smart woman who said, "Yeah, you're done."
Yeah, yeah, because some of those spinal injuries, you get hurt again, you could die. So, he has 2 little kids at the time, and so I think he made the right move. But he's using it. He's using that injury and his celebrity to bring the attention to head injury
to other people. I mean, honestly,
sure.
Now he's starting a non-profit to help people with head injuries.
He's great. He's a super smart guy.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing when people take something like that and try to help others.
Yeah.
So, it's good to see these guys.
He's the ambassador.
With Fleahab, and it doesn't take much to give back.
No.
The Mavericks, gave a lot to these
guys.
So
that's another person you'd be proud of is Flea's.
Well, and Flea's success at Mavs, unprecedented.
Sure.
While he was partying, all-nighters and paddle out for the heat.
Yeah, he was a natural.
Yeah, insane.
But he did born and raised here too, so
No, and for sure, and
Richard Schmidt and Vince Collier and all those big wave role models that they had. Those guys were the
during
guys
that time,
who were doing it.
He didn't care during that time. He was like, send it.
Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
Fully on.
Send it.
Him and Pete caught the same waves, the giant waves. They just had a different approach. Pete more calculated. Flea,
right.
I'm gone.
I think that Flea probably has one of the worst wipeouts at Waimea ever.
Yeah, he's had some pretty good ones.
Yeah, and Mavs too.
Yeah.
Right. And we are very proud of Flea, and we have.
I remember I interviewed Flea way back when, and I said, what are you going to do? What are you? I was at the Dream Inn. There was a West Siders movie came out. I said, what are you going? What's the future hold for you? I'm going to start a rehab called Fleahab. I'm like, yeah, right, right. I mean, I just thought he was kidding, you know.
Sure.
He went ahead and did it, and now you go, dude, so proud of you what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know,
I support it every year as a business owner.
No, it's
I
amazing.
literally support Fleahab
Super
every year.
amazing.
And you know, it's what it is. It's like, you know, it's Fleahab is half dozen guys trying to better their lives. That Flea is helping. If everybody took that approach,
Yeah, and they do it like Dollar and him, and you know, there's other guys that are way more underground. You don't hear about it. They're doing their part. Right Away, you know, all these like Right Away, all these other like Walk on Water and Wings of
veterans.
Impact. We're all born from Right Away, and there was a bunch of big wave guys doing Right Away right here. And you know, you just don't hear about those guys doing it. And now they're doing all the programs. So the Wounded Warriors, you know, they're throwing those guys.
Stuff.
So
they're
giving back, and you know that's not a surfer thing to do.
No.
Very selfish sport, and
Yes,
these guys are really doing it. You know, they're role models, you know, whether they like it or not. People look up to them, and so what they're doing is great for the sport.
I want to get a couple of words from you about a few surfers. First one is Barney, Sean Barney Barron.
Man,
I mean,
miss that guy.
Well, we all miss him, but as a Mavericks
He's
surfer,
one of the best. Yeah, he'd send it look. I mean, just look at it. You
got a page here of him?
Oh yeah, we have
the Bonnie section.
Barney's in the. We just did we had to do a memorial of all these guys who just didn't make it but needed to be recognized. Oh shit,
it's
okay.
I
want to find it.
But I get
keep
it.
Talking, I'll keep looking.
Another one I wanted to mention was Josh Loya.
Oh, Loya, yeah.
I mean, Loya, Mr. Grumpy sent it.
Yeah.
As
always.
well. And
there's Barney.
Oh, here we go.
That's a paddle wave.
Let me see that.
Paddled in on this one.
Hang on.
But one of a million waves that he caught. I mean, him and Flea, they were Aloe and Luca.
Mm-hmm.
Like those two were just they towed together, they paddled together, they surfed everywhere. We've been on a million big wave trips around the world together too. So,
and what's crazy about Barney and Loya was how good they were in 50-foot waves, and how good they were in 1-foot waves.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And that's kind of rare.
Yeah, no, I mean those guys were the air crew, the air, and then they came up to Mavericks and turned into big wave heroes.
Right.
So they just they took all that technique and brought it to giant waves.
And it wasn't
Loya, Flea, the Wormhouse, all those guys.
Even Adam Rapopel.
Rhodey,
Rhodey got involved in it. It literally, and I think it almost goes back to VC. Because VC's this is what we do.
Yeah.
We surf everything.
Right.
And he was the leader of the pack.
Yeah, but he taught them also that they could surf Mavericks, not just drop in and go.
Exactly.
And also,
surf.
He had the surfboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was the only one with a 10-foot surfboard that actually...
There's an in Flea section, he talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
how much was the book written by the percentage of what you see through your eyes and what you see through a camera? Is there more of what through a camera that's put into the book, or more what you saw with your eyes?
It's a combo.
Yeah.
So I mean, any one of these adventures, our big wave days at dinner, was a huge vibe. It was a huge day. So there was just so much going on around it. Having the photos to tell the story.
Yes.
I was able to go back and remember the moments. Right.
Yes.
I'm not a writer.
Right.
So if you can get through this, good for you. But I had some pretty good teachers, Bruce Jenkins and Jake Howard and a few others that helped me out. Helped me get it out of my head and on the paper properly. So is to save the drama.
And there's no better person. There's no better.
I wrote this 4 times, over and over again. That's bullshit.
There's no person better to write that book than him.
I think.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Right.
All hail to the chief.
I usually don't agree on stuff like that, but I agree because once those guys taught me what to do, Steve Hawk as well. These guys are master writers, right? And it's you have to convey that drama. You have to try to go all the way back, like this shot of Cortez Bank. Like, think
incredible.
about how that felt, and you do. You sit there and you try to pull it all back. And
Here's a shot of Cortez Bank. What's crazy, Cortez Bank? There's no land.
Yeah, that's just,
Like that wave is breaking. There's no.
it's weird.
You can't go.
yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah,
Cry
it's-
on the beach
yeah,
after you
right,
get beat.
yeah.
It's
Like
pretty
that
epic.
last one we did, that one that was on the 100-foot wave, that 100-foot wave that's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
When we got out there, the skipper that brought us out, we went on this boat. This was amazing. This boat right here. It's like one of those
Research
it's
boat?
like one of those
This
A
was-
buoy
a
tender?
crew boat.
Oh, okay.
The ones that take the
Yeah.
equipment and guys out to the oil rigs and stuff. Well,
Oh wow.
one of our guys went up to the bridge in the morning. We got there like 4 in the morning. And he's like, I don't know. There's something on the radar. He's like, yeah, those are waves. There's nothing out here.
Can you hear them? How
Yeah, we were a little bit far away to hear them,
Yeah.
but you can see them.
yeah.
When they
Yeah.
first off, as a boater, when waves show up on the
Yeah.
radar,
yeah.
you better take
Yeah,
notice.
no. When he said those are the waves, you know,
Yeah.
they progressively got bigger during the day, so they were watching the radar, and they said it was amazing to see. Yeah, look at this. Look at this boat. It's a beast, man. All steel. Like, there's a cool shot of it. But
Oh yeah.
that was happened when we got there in the morning.
The tapper.
The DM. Look at 9 jet skis that boat held.
Look at this. 9 jet skis on the boat.
It held 9 jet skis and 30 people.
Wow.
And then we had another boat, like a photographer boat.
How
Now,
hard is it?
is this something you went and chartered, right? So,
Yeah, I was in charge of the water safety for this one. Bill
But-
Sharp, one of my pals.
Yeah. Old Caton Bill
right.
Sharp. Yeah.
He always brings me on all his big wave trips, and
He's a good rider.
yeah, well, he's a great
Yeah,
rider.
yeah.
He helped me out a lot too.
Did he?
Some of
Yeah.
these stories were both of our stories combined. So yeah, but he had me do this a couple years before we even did this because we didn't get a swell. That's the second year after we trained because we trained for this.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Because HBO allowed us, a budget.
Were you on Dollar's
Yeah.
trip when you got the giant wave out there?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah, I got the record. I got the Guinness shot.
Wow. So he said he was so far outside, like,
He would have been dead if he didn't make it.
yeah.
You would-
No way. It was like he would have been where what happened to Greg Long. Mm-hmm. Like Greg Long, that wouldn't have
almost
happened.
died.
Yeah,
You were there.
but he was in the wrong spot. So if Dollar would have fell where the same place Greg would have fell, who knows?
Wow. I've never been to Cortez Bank.
Paddled out one wave that day, got the world record. Paddled one wave at the
Mavs,
contest day,
yeah.
got the other record.
He was Skid Dog's caddy that day, right?
Yeah.
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 He's pretty proud of that. He's pretty proud of
He
that.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, a two-wave, like,
He
legend.
came and go.
right?
He corrected us when he was here the other day. 2 world records. We
Yeah,
got-
I know exactly.
yeah.
I know.
Right.
We
He
actually had him on the
corrected-
show the other day, and I was like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
well, I got 2 world records.
That's why Pete calls him Dial-A-Bomb Dollar.
Well, I mean, 2-wave legend.
Yeah.
Insane.
Can you tell me, or us, or the audience, 5 most influential people that have been involved with that wave?
Well, Jeff Clark, right?
Yeah.
Pete, Flea. Boy, you're really going to put me on the spot right now. 'cause
You're
they're
gonna get
gonna
some
be
hate
mad.
mail. Get ready for your phone to blow
Let's
up.
go top 5. We'll
Okay,
go Jeff, Pete,
Schmidt.
Richard Schmidt,
Richard
easily.
Schmidt.
Because we can
It
just
should be
going
top
on.
10,
You got
no.
one more.
Right.
That's hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jesus, Aloe,
Aloe?
bring it all the way back,
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
that's cool.
Because that's not a one-wave wonder. That kid's been charged with this. He's like 16 years old. Like,
Yeah.
he's putting his time.
Absolutely.
But we could go on and on. Like,
Sure.
it used to be back in the day when Pete and Flea showed up, we're like, relieved, because now we're going to have guys that can really charge it, right? Or an Ambrose and Rhodes and those guys would show up. But it was only a handful of them. Now we have JoJo Roper and
I know,
we just have
JoJo.
so many people that surf
Yeah.
so well.
Nowadays, you see people who are surfing that shouldn't be surfing. Are people paddling out to Mavericks that shouldn't be there?
Not so much anymore. There's always somebody.
There's not the wave storm on the beach. I've
No,
heard
there's like
stories.
somebody goes out on a windy day or
I
something.
guy I play golf with. He's a Half Moon Bay Fire Department. Lives in Aptos. Joe, what's Joe's last name? I forget. But he pulled up one day in the red truck. There's a kid unwrapping the wave storm. He goes, "Hey!" He pulled up next to me. Where are you going? Goes out to Mavericks. He goes, "No, you're not.
Yeah, right.
Because I ain't going to come rescue your ass.
Right.
I have no business. I don't want to rescue. Just you're not going. Get in your car and leave."
But I mean, you wouldn't even make it off the beach. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to come off the beach and they would just get sucked around. They don't even understand yet.
Yeah.
Usually Mavericks kind of takes care of it though, and if they do make it out, good for them.
Yeah.
Let me
They
get
still
back.
get scared and just can never go back out again.
You do training every year for water rescue
Yep.
with a group of people that are. Is it a club? What is the?
No, it was just the brainchild of Eric Nelson from Power Lines and Kerry Smith, a harbor master from Float Point, and
She
myself.
taught a lot of people.
Yeah,
Carrie
we
did.
wanted to train some of the big wave surfers that didn't know how to get on a rescue sled. Like, they were out there, good surfers, they wipe out. They had no idea how to get on a sled. So that's what this safety summit
And when
was
you
born
say that,
from.
it's the you pull up in the sled,
Yeah.
they climb on, you escape 20 feet
Yeah.
of whitewater from smashing you all on the
seconds,
rocks.
though. It's a
Yeah,
seconds
right.
kind of thing.
Uh,
So that's what it was born from, and then it kind of morphed into, which is so special to my heart, just a safety summit where now we have the Coast Guard, we have the Sheriff's Department, we have the Cal Fire, we have all these agencies that participate in it. Plus, anybody can come and interact with these folks. You know, lifeguards from Capitola, from Ocean Beach, and everywhere. The state parks, lifeguards,
All learning.
and everyone just comes in there and learn. We usually try to have like a guest speaker and talk about their.
very much.
Triumphs.
He goes, make sure you ask him about Hurricane Katrina.
Right, yeah.
Right,
It's the
'cause you were-
20th year anniversary.
You guys
Yeah.
went down there, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Me
you went.
and
How
Bill.
was that? How did you have the? You take the skis with you? Or
Nope. I was just going along for the ride because I'm like, we're watching at home, like everyone else, and sure enough, Bill Sharp and another rescue legend, Sean Eladio, they called up and said, "What are you doing for the next 2 weeks?" I'm like, "I guess I'm doing something with you guys, right?" So we had to fly into Houston because obviously Louisiana was shut down. Sean Eladio has this big in with all the ski, manufacturers, and they had 4 jet skis sent to this dealership in Baton Rouge. So we rented a couple trucks, picked up those skis, and drove to Louisiana. Got there in the middle of the night and literally driving through the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Pulling people
Was
out
it just
constantly?
I'm just talking about driving into Louisiana.
Oh, just
and
getting
it's
there.
the
Right.
smoke rising from the ashes kind of thing.
Right.
We're like, what do we do? What do we get into?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
Did
we
you get-
got into the FEMA camp, which was at the New Orleans Saints training camp.
Yeah.
Their football training
Yeah.
camp. That's where FEMA had set up their thing. And they wouldn't let us out in the water. They wouldn't let us go.
How
The
come?
first couple days, they didn't know who we were. We weren't anybody.
Yeah.
And then after the 2 or 3 days, we went under the guise of the of just the peninsula fire departments and those first responders that went, and they convinced the Army commanders that these guys are some of the best in the open ocean lifeguard. So they're like, all right, let them go, and that was it. Then it was on. We were showing their guys what to do once we got out in the water. So.
Save
Yeah,
some
we had
lives.
some pretty big rescues. Yeah, it's all in here.
It's in the book.
Yep.
So you rescued a bunch of people. You rescued a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
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 Has there ever been a moment in
you know why?
Mavericks where you saved a life?
Because the jet skis were so important because you could get them in
Right.
to all these little nooks and crannies where
Right.
you couldn't get boats. We were rescuing fire department boats.
Yeah.
That were stuck.
Wow.
Because you're 20 feet of water, 10 feet of water. Like at one point, me and Bill hit railroad tracks with the jet skis. So, I mean, it was highs and lows, and nobody knew. So,
Yeah,
but the
they
jet skis have a
draw
really low
6
draft.
inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could go a lot of places.
Wow. Even where like the Zodiac and propellers.
Yeah, I know propellers.
Right.
It was hard because that's why they use the airboats. Those airboats,
Yep.
and then they're called John boats. It's
They're
a
flat.
fishing boat. It's
Yep.
super flat, super low draft. So
All the marsh boats.
and we were just launching right in the off ramps. We just
The boat ramp was the off ramp.
and we were even loading them in those big double Sikorsky Army helicopters, the double
Yeah,
propellers,
yeah.
and opening it back and putting skis and Zodiac into the helicopter. They would fly you into a zone and then push it out, just like an Army procedure, and then they come back and get you. You work the zone for a while. And
Yeah.
no,
One
it's
of the
nuts.
one of the biggest disasters in American history.
Yeah.
It's to be a part of it.
I just watched this new special on Netflix, and Bill called me up. He told me to watch it. He's like, check this out. And we were watching it. I was like, oh,
What was it
boy.
called?
It's gosh, shit.
Yeah.
It's on the top 10.
Yeah.
Netflix.
It's something like Return to Katrina or something.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I
And
think
it
I saw
just
that.
has some footage of some young girl who had a camera, not a phone, an actual video camera, and they were just talking about the buildup and then what she went through with her family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was amazing.
What I was going to say is at Mavericks, offhand, how many people have you rescued that were in a serious situation? You think?
A lot.
I mean, like dozens,
Oh, more than that. Hundreds.
hundreds.
Yeah.
dragging people out that are
You're always in
gasping.
a bad
Broken
spot.
leash,
Yeah.
broken board.
A lot of collarbones, a lot of, rib injuries, some pretty serious injuries too, but no, it would be in the hundreds for sure.
Is the inflatable
Yeah, I was
vest
gonna
an
ask that, yeah.
asset or a...
Oh, no, it's an asset.
It's an asset?
100%.
Okay. Because I always wondered if...
Don't ask that to the purists, though.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I think-
Well, because...
I don't think lawyers wearing one, but
Well, no, I've seen people...
No, they wear those
They
guys
do?
will wear it. Yeah.
They pull them a little
Pete
early,
wears one.
and
Does
then
he?
they
Yeah.
take a couple on the head because they're bobbing
Well,
like
you know
a
what they do
buoy.
now is they'll inflate them a little bit. They'll like just put a little bit of air just in case something happens to them, and then if they really need to do it,
They'll pull
it.
the rest of it.
Yeah. But what it's allowed them to do is just send it on bigger waves, and a lot more guys send it on bigger waves. And to me, it's an asset because they're going to do it anyway.
Right.
Right. And actually, talk to the purists. Like we have these conversations a lot, and
Right.
like jets are just down on jet ski rescues and this stuff. I'm like, they're going to do it anyway. They're going to do it, and do you want them to die? Like people die out here. Like, do you want
Nobody
that to
wants
happen?
anyone to
No,
die.
like, you want to teach them that lesson? No,
Yeah.
that's not a good lesson.
where were you born and raised at?
Pacifica.
Well, you will say you've
Oh, yeah.
always been in that neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lifetime surfer.
Yeah.
I went
When-
to Air Force. I went to
Pedro Point
military.
Surf Shop when you were a kid?
Yeah.
That was your spot?
Point surf.
Point Surf? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Wow.
it's NorCal. Now it's Sean's.
Yeah, no,
shop.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Sean's holding it down. And there was what, Dan? At
There's the
Sunlight?
log shop. The
Oh, yeah,
log shop.
Tate,
Tate's
there,
log
yeah.
shop. And then there's Sunlight. Now
Sunlight.
his kids run it now.
Yep. And I remember when Tate had Log Shop, he built that big ramp.
Oh, that was the
That was
best.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant ramp. He
Indoor.
bought the ramp from the Van Skate Park when it closed.
Oh, we
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was
Yeah.
great. Super good.
Pacifica has a really interesting history. No offense, but I will call it the best worst wave. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about the Magic Day, but day in
Sure.
and day out. There's always
Yeah.
500 people at the beach.
Well, since COVID, everyone in the Bay Area has discovered Lindemar Beach, and it's just overrun now. It's literally, no offense, but it's like Santa Cruz or just
It's wall
just
to
the
wall.
whole town. Just Lindemar itself is just overrun,
Yeah.
and now they have dog surfing contests, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
There's more people that's ever come to that dog surfing contest that's ever even attended a surf contest.
The
in the
biggest
history
event?
of surf contests. Yeah.
Just go down.
Like we're talking 5,000 people,
Oh my
Yeah.
like on the beach.
See, that's Drada's fault.
Wow. Steve Drotter?
Yes. Get that.
Steve?
Park the
Look what
dog.
you did.
Park the dog, Steve.
He's the wingnut of Pacifica. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's a thing.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And also, you have the best Taco Bell in the world.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think they serve beer and wine
Well, that's
now,
what
right?
makes it the best.
Is he a
Full
senior?
margaritas.
Is he a
You can
senior
get margaritas.
citizen? He has just a gray hair, right?
Yeah, we can ask that. Before we finish up the night, we always ask this question of our senior guests.
Yeah.
And gray hair normally gives you that
Yeah.
status. Your best day, and we'll tonight, because we're talking about the book, it could be a day on the ski photoing, it could be rescue.
Decade.
The first decade first?
Yeah.
Best decade and why?
I would have to say probably those early 90s, when everybody was surfing. When Barney was around, and Chris Brown, all those guys. That was just because there's not a lot of photographers or rescue people. It was just us, like a really tight crew. Like that October 1990, right? There's only 8 of us out there. I mean, those were the days. Like I hate to say that, but that was when it was really amazing to see. It was like transforming, just actually transforming in front of your eyes. Like
Yeah.
Mavericks is becoming something right now, and we're seeing it. We're part of it, which was amazing.
Can I ask
So I
number
would
2?
say
Can I go
that.
number 2?
Number 2? Yeah, go number 2.
Can I ask, what's the most incredible moment you've ever seen while sitting on your jet ski?
At Mavs?
At Mavs. Or Katrina.
so
So,
many.
could be anywhere.
Boy, oh boy, there's so many. I really have to dig. I could just pick one.
Yeah.
I would just think it's like one of Pete's, giant
Bombs.
waves, or what?
That barrel?
I'll just say, we'll just have about the latest thing.
Yeah.
It was Aloe, and it wasn't his biggest wave, but it was this wave. Because everyone thought it was the same wave, right? They thought that was his big wave, right? That was the one
Hang on
he
a minute.
fought. That was his
And that's the one that had
100-footer deal.
I'm coming in with the camera.
Come in with the camera.
Yeah, so that was the one.
This is the one that had the warble, and you can kind of see it
Yeah.
in this photo.
Oh, yeah, no.
the
100%.
warble jacked up.
So that wave, so then, because they call these the 10-year storms, right? So we've probably seen 3 of them,
This storm
30 years.
closed one of my businesses for 16 days.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Just so you know.
It was that wave that just opened up, and there was nobody around me. It was just me out there by myself, and I just saw this thing opening up. And you can't, when it's like a third reef like that, you'll see the wave and see it like starting to feather.
Yeah.
And you can't see the track, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I saw a track.
What's
like
the track?
The track from their surfboard, you know.
Oh, okay, got it.
It leaves like a white foamy
Got it.
line, and you can tell.
Got it. Yeah.
And then I seen Aloe just racing down at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm like, holy shit, he's gonna slay this one. And it just stayed open for so long too. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And Luca comes by screaming. You know, everyone's screaming in the channel. And yeah.
In the 90s, when we talked about the characters, they were all making enough money to be surfers.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
we were too.
and Aloe's pounding nails. You know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm still amazed by that because me and Doug I shot for a surfer and Doug shot for surfing. Doug Acton, and they would pay us like a retainer to just stick around every month. Like,
well, that's what Nelly said the other day on the show. He used to make
Nelly was.
It could have been a month where not one wave broke at Mavericks, right? And we'd get paid anyway, and then they would pay for our film, and if you get in a magazine, they pay your page rate, and they send you places, and that was the good old days.
Right.
That was pre-internet, pre-digital camera.
I think Nelly said the other night the $1,000 photos are $50 now.
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, we literally but like we were selling photos back in the day for $10,000.
Right.
Like some just oddball companies, especially like internet companies, were just starting to ramp up. They wanted this stuff on their on their logos and stuff. I like, how much you want for that photo? I'm like, oh, 1,500. He's like, nope. They would say, oh no, we're gonna give you $10,000. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm making a book.
No, man. You could still get the shot and still make some bucks off. It all depends who your customer is. Like, remember when Apple had OS 10 Mavericks?
Yeah.
Oh, they use a shot on
Yeah.
that, so that was cool. If you have the right customer, you still make a couple bucks.
The website to buy this book is?
Mavsurfer.surf.
Mavsurfer.surf. I'll make sure that's on there.
Yeah, mavsurfer.surf.
Yeah.
The cost of this book is?
$60.
$60. It's heavy.
And then there's a $100
quality.
limited edition one.
Boxed bottle or something.
No, it's the same. It has a stamp, like a
Stamp
embossing, and it's numbered and signed.
This is your first book?
Oh yeah.
Last book?
Maybe we'll just upgrade it.
Version 2.
Well, Doug Acton wants to do it, and once this train comes into the station, then I'll do it. Because I did this all myself. This was a DIY project because I knew how to use InDesign, and so I had an idea of how to lay it out. So
use Canva, right? Is it Canva?
28 years to see is 28 years since you.
Yeah, maybe a little bit longer.
Longer now. 30
a
years
little
now?
delay. Yeah, a little delay in the printing. We'll say.
It's a great. It's a great title.
From when I looked at this book, just so you folks know, this thing is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
the title alone. The title alone sucks you in.
You want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
This is I'm getting really great feedback, but I'm getting so much feedback from the surfers' moms. They're like, my mom picked up the book and she cannot put it down. I've heard that story like 10 times already.
Yeah.
I'm like,
wow.
So moms out there, this is your book.
Okay. Cool.
Wow. Well, I feel like
but I did put some Ryan Seelbach, all these big slinky model looking dudes. I'm like, I got a couple shots of them with their shirts off.
Is that what the moms look like?
Yeah, there you go, right there.
There we go. Exactly.
Look at, Zach Wormout and Loya. Look at how cut these dudes were back in the day.
All the bronze surfer dogs. This book's amazing.
Oh,
Frank?
you know what a good story in there is? A really good story is when Shane Dorian wiped out in 2010, and then the inflatable vest was born out of that, which was cool. And I was the only guy out there doing rescues, and it just turned out to be.
I remember I wrote an article about that. Talked to him on the phone, wrote an article about that wetsuit.
You dragged him out of there?
I did. I was the only one. It was the day after the contest, and we were all hungover, I didn't. Then Greg's like, call me. We're going out at 6 in the morning. I'm like, God, I want to sleep in.
How do you practice approaching somebody and then you're making that turn so the back comes around for the surfers?
You kind of pick your track because there's gonna be boats and stuff out there.
Yeah.
So you do have to do it beforehand, because the swell's directions change. Right?
Yeah.
Every swell. So you just have to see where the current's pulling, where the way, like a west swell will break all the way into the channel,
Yeah.
a northwest will break into the into the rock. So you just see where your best escape route is.
When you see all the foam on the chop, does the engine suck the water in, but there's no water, just foam?
It cavitates.
Like stalls, right?
There's a really good jet ski mechanic who lives down here. His name is Lee Farola. He fixes
I know
everything.
Lee.
He does
Lee's
all
amazing.
the
You and everybody.
I know. Lee fixes my dirt bikes, my
Right, he's a
go
dirt
kart.
bike guy.
Yeah.
He's a total motorhead, but he's a master at the skis, and he puts the double impellers in. So what happens is it gives it another grab, so it's like two hands grabbing instead of one.
Yeah.
Because it'll just spin. You'll spin out and you'll get wiped out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'd love to hear that Lee Friel does that. I've known him forever.
Oh
He's a
no,
great
he's
guy.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guy for sure.
Wow,
100%.
that's an amazing combination.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, we have a collective for sure. Like we have the mechanics and the, the skis and there's not a lot of sponsors anymore, but we just have all of us, helping each other survive and doing cool things like this. And
Well, I feel like you've contributed so much visually, safety, education, that the community, the asset of you in Mavericks, because I love everybody that serves Mavericks. I thought they're like family to us, Neil.
Yeah.
We want them to be safe.
yeah,
And we want them to blow minds,
yeah,
but also come home.
sure. 100%.
And so I
a lot of
congratulate
we
you.
meet a lot of parents.
Yeah,
make that thing.
right. And we've had tragedy,
But like
so
I said, though, if everyone just gives a little bit back,
Yeah.
keeps the family strong.
Yeah.
that's amazing. And obviously, proceeds from this book go to gas for the jet ski and for you to continue
Yep.
keeping people
Doing your
safe
work.
and documenting the history of this amazing spot.
Yep.
And once again, where can you get it at?
Free line, right next door, NorCal Surf Shop, Half Moon Bay Board Shop.
Darren Bingham, who was on the cover of
Who's
Surfer
also
Magazine.
one of the first guys to do it as well.
On the cover of Surfer Magazine, I think if I'm not mistaken, one of the first covers of
Oh
Mavericks.
yeah, it was. He got the first
Yeah,
cover.
the first cover.
And then Don Montgomery, another legendary photographer, got the first shot of Jeff called Cold Sweat or something. Jeff on there's a 2-page spread. Jeff on one of the first,
Yeah, it was like a 3-shot sequence of
Was it?
Darren.
Yeah, it was 3 shots on the cover.
On the cover
Wow.
of Surfer
And
Magazine.
then he wiped out. I'm not sure if it was the wipeout, but he fell off his board and then ended up body surfing down a 20-foot wave. Yeah.
I heard he recently had a heart attack, and I hope he's doing
Yeah,
all
he's
right.
doing fine.
He's doing good?
Yeah.
I think
Darren.
Mr. Washburn, Mr. Grant's body surfing, isn't he? He's
Maybe. He can do whatever he wants.
He's long enough to body surf.
Grant's in this book a lot because
Yeah.
next to Jeff, Grant was super influential.
Yeah, and a
The
sweet,
Mind Mavericks,
and a
journey.
sweetheart guy. Yeah.
Super great.
OG, Grant.
Yeah,
If you
most
could-
waves ever surfed.
If you're gonna hand me your business card, what's it say on there? It's got your name. What else do I have on there?
My email, my
Okay.
phone number. Didn't know if I was supposed to be witty or something.
Or
Where's my
brag.
tag?
Does it say water? Is it water rescue guy or is it?
It's water safety coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
been my gig lately. It's been pretty fun. I've been invited. We just did the Red Bull Bridge Rider jump, which was really cool. Been picking up some movies and cool stuff like that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank.
So
my
stoked
my
you came
son's
down,
in
Frank.
college, so I'm an empty nester. So
Got
I gotta
time.
do something.
Yeah, stay busy.
Learn how to edit. Learn how to edit a little bit better.
The book's insane, everybody. Please get a copy. Again, thanks, Frank, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
We
always.
so appreciate your efforts to keep these guys safe and share what you see.
Yeah.
Because what you see, we can't all the time.
Yeah, no,
you know.
100%.
So that's the beauty of the book.
Yep.
Neil.
Yep.
Great show tonight.
Yep.
Can I say one thing?
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
I really want to do is just, I did it, like I say, it was a do-it-yourself project, but I could not do this by myself.
No.
I had editors and other photographers,
Yeah.
out at Mavericks, my friends, and without those photographers, it wouldn't be complete.
Yeah.
Like, you just couldn't complete the story, because not one photographer can get every shot.
Yeah.
And so those contributions were amazing. They completed the story.
Yeah.
And a few other pretty influential people that helped me out along the way.
Do you shoot with Canon or Nikon?
Canon.
Okay. We like
Yep.
to know that. We just wanted to make sure. Folks, buy this book.
Yep.
It's next door at Freeline Design, right here on Pleasure Point. Go see Sean Rhodes. Go see Darren Bingham at Half Moon Bay Surf Shop. Let's keep Frank on the jet ski to save more people. And we got a show next week.
Next week, Catherine Breed, I think. You know Catherine
yeah,
Breed?
she's
Catherine
amazing.
Breed has swam to Farrow
She
Lines
just
and
broke
back.
the
Just
record.
broke the record.
She is just what she's doing now.
What's she doing
Raising
now?
money for swimming to the whole coast of
Yeah, she
California.
just from the whole California coast.
First off, do you
It takes a lot of money
Do you
to
tow
do.
a lure behind you?
She is the lure.
I know,
She is the lure.
that's the point.
Yeah.
She's doing.
To keep them, just tow a big shiny thing behind you.
Because they start at dark. Like they start
Yeah.
in the AM and
Yeah.
it's dark. Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
swam. When I
Tahoe?
first met her, we had a brag class going on in Half Moon Bay, and she had swam from the Golden Gate Bridge to Half Moon Bay.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, wait. She's a gorgeous, tall,
skinny.
supermodel woman, right? We're just
Yeah.
like, wow, what an athlete, man. She just
We have swimmers on.
and she
They're all-
just swam around Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's the
she
circumference of
brought-
Lake
yeah.
Tahoe. Yeah.
They're
all
nuts.
That's what they call
Yeah.
themselves. The Nadadores Loco, the crazy surfers.
Yeah.
What's crazy swimmers?
Right.
Yeah.
Swimmers, yeah.
We've seen them.
And also,
You and I have been in the middle of Bay.
I was
Amy
with Cat-
Gubser.
huh?
Amy Gubser.
Yeah,
another
she's
one that's-
nuts.
She just did last year swam the Fairlawns to Golden Gate Bridge.
They're all nuts.
Yeah, I could. Just the temperature of the water.
No, yeah, they're all crazy.
I mean, there's bigger fish than you. And
Pretty
that's
much.
I call
So-
I call Kim Rutherford,
Kim.
right, who was just here on a
Yeah,
show
last
talking about
week,
the things,
yeah.
and Kim's, she's like this.
Yeah.
She's like, right. I call her one of the best female athletes in this country
She's a
Right.
badass.
because she swam Mavericks. She
Yeah,
swam Monterey Bay.
The swimmers are amazing.
She swam Monterey Bay backwards.
Yeah. That's
And
enough.
getting stung by jellyfish
Right.
and swimming
They're
through
amazing.
whale
27
poop and
hours.
stuff. Yeah.
We have some pretty good swimmers on our. We have a Coast Guard rescue swimmer that's on our team now, and these guys are just fish. They
Yeah.
just swim.
Yeah.
Like when they have that skill, it's.
Nothing scares them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
went
what
out
you
at Cortez Bank, just not to never-ending show. Right now. We've all surfed our lives, and we maybe seen a fin or here or there. Out at Cortez Bank on that last journey, one of our guys went out and saw a big giant tuna with its head, just the rest of his body just skinned, right? And he's like, "There's sharks out here today." Like, of course, they're always out here. So we're like, okay, we're not going to say anything to the surfers, and let's just keep going. And Justine Dupont's husband, or I think he's her husband. I don't know if they're married, whatever. He was on the back of my ski, and he's French, and he's tapping me on the shoulder. I'm looking at this guy surfing. He's like, Franck. I'm like, what? He's like, there's a shark next to us. And I look over, shark, like this jet ski's 12 feet long, right? He had at least 2 feet on the ski, and just goes right by us and just swirls it out and just leaves. I'm like, we had a code word, big fish. If we see a shark, just yell big fish on the radio, and big fish went out.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen one like that
Big.
close next to this jet ski. Like,
Yeah.
didn't even care. The jet ski was running.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, big fish.
Big fish.
Big
That-
book.
Big book.
Big
Great
fish.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
for having
so
me.
much.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the Off Flip Radio Show. We will see you next week at this same time, live from the boardroom here in Pleasure Point. Neil, good show. Frank, great show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Buy the book, everybody, and we'll see you next time on the Off Flip Radio Show.